Hi everyone, ThylaBT here, and today I'm going to show you how to get the artifact of the massive and the artifact of the strong on the center map. So it's actually in the same cave and it's in the far east of the lava island, so at the top of the map. And so what you're going to be looking for is come to the far east and just walk up where this lava leads you up to, and there is a very large cavern. I'll give you the coordinates shortly, but it should be quite easy to stumble upon. So the coordinates are 11.3 by 67.9. As long as you come here, you'll figure it out. So anyway, it's a drop down here, and you can bring a flyer down here. So as you can see, my mana can still boost down, so that means you can fly with the wyvern or anything. I'd recommend bringing a flying mountain, not just having to grapple all the way back up, but if you want to, that's fine. So as you can see, there's the entrance to that cavern, and there's a bunch of wild tames here. So I'm just going to lead them off the cliff. Okay, so after here, I will not be able to dive, and your fly will not be able to fly. I'll show you, see how it has unable to dive here. So just be careful. You'll be dismounted if you're on a wyvern or a PT. But anyway, as you can see, I'm just leading all those tames off. You can obviously brute force them through. So I'll show you the two different methods that you can use when doing this area. So one is to bring in a Managama. So if you have one, it's quite easy to do this map. So I'll show you the two different routes that we can go. So you'll first come up here, up to the top here, and then you can either go right to the artifact of the massive or left to the artifact of the strong. We're going to go slightly left, but actually go to the artifact of the massive. So if you can see where that red drop is, we're going to cut out a huge loop of different tames and go down here. So yeah, takes a little bit of skill with a Managama, but nothing too bad. I'll also be showing you where the drops are in this cave, because sometimes you can get pretty decent flak BPs, obviously not in this one, but that's fine. So yeah, once we've done here, we're going to follow around here, and then you'll have two different routes you can go. You can either go straight ahead, which is up to the artifact, or you can go here. Now, I'll show you the way back on the way up to the artifact, but we will go to the right, because there will sometimes be a drop right in front of where the Managama is, and then we'll come down here, down the stairs. So obviously if you don't have a mana, you can do this as well, and there will sometimes be, so you'll just need to jump over there. It doesn't need to be with a mana, can be with a saber tooth or whatever you've brought down. And there'll sometimes be a drop here, but there isn't. So there'll always only be 3 drops in this cave. And the last one on this side will be somewhere around this edge bit. I think it is, there we go. Yeah, so here is the second drop. So we now know that in this cave there's only one more drop. There you go, that's a pretty good flak piece. Obviously, I'm on a boosted server, but it'd still be a very good flak piece. So you've now entered this large area. There won't be any tames here, so feel free to chuck out an otter here and go and collect it. I will be saving my cryo timer so that make sure your mana isn't following so that it doesn't jump into the water, lava. Anyway, and here we go, Artifact of the Massive. So that is the first one, and it will respawn shortly, especially by the time we come back here, because I'll show you the other method. So we've now done that route. So with our mana, we will walk back out. The way we came, so just hug the left wall. You can't get lost. There's no real 2 directions that you can go. And yeah, just jump over the tame so you don't get webbed. Everything in here is the kind of level 150 cap, so you shouldn't run into any of the like level 200s you get at some other islands. So this is where we kind of started, and there is your exit if you only want the Artifact of the Massive, which I find myself getting the Artifact of the Massive in here mainly, and not really the Artifact is the strongest much. So we'll now go with the mana, and we will go to the left this time. So again, we've got a bunch of tames which you can jump over, and you'll go along that wall, which I'll show you when I go through this with a thyla, or you can just jump over here to avoid some of the tames and getting webbed by spiders. So another drop will be over here if it hasn't been any of the other places. So there'll be one right here, and you will get quite a few things aggroing on you here. So that's that one. And then the final drop um, is at the end of this area. So again, it's only one direction. So we should have our third and final drop. There we go, right there. And that's where all the drops can spawn, and we'll pick this up. And there you go, another piece of flak and a shotgun, a pump BP. So yeah, definitely some good drops that you should do if you come in here, because it doesn't take very long. And over here, down this path, is your artifact of the strong. Okay, there we go, artifact of the strong. So we've got those two. So that is the how to get the two artifacts with a Managama. It's very similar with a Thyla or a Shadowmane or a Baryonyx. A Baryonyx and Shadowmanes are very good because they can actually access all of the different drops on the center if for some reason you only have access to center drops, as with all caves and artifacts. I would say just go to Crystal Isles if you have access to it, because it's quite an easy location, and all the artifacts are very easy to do. But I understand some clusters don't have all the maps, so that's why I'm showing you this one. So I will now just slowly walk out, and I will show you the other route if you don't use your mana to jump across there. So that's if you're using something like a Thyla or a Shadowmane or a Baryonyx. So I've come over here, and then I'm going to throw out my Thyla. So you can use a Baryonyx or a Sabertooth or even a Raptor if you really want, just any sort of tame. You should be able to easily get through. Make sure you don't get attacked by the Arthros and get all your armor destroyed like I did. And yeah. So similarly, we come up this route, and we can go either left or right. And because we can't do that big skip, we're going to go right. Now, you can brute force your way through here, but I just like to jump. So similar to the Ferox, but not to the same extent. You do actually get a slight boost with the Thyla, and you can even jump while webbed, as you can see. So I just like to hop my whole way there. It's definitely not as fast as something like a Ferox, but it works just the same. So we'll keep boosting our way down, and yeah, you can't get lost. It's literally two directions. Everything is relatively low level, so if you're doing this, you should be able to just brute force your way through. But yeah, you will need something which cannot fly to do this bit. And as you can see, we're now back to where that first red drop was, where the mana did the skip, and you just go straight through under these pillars, and up there is where you get the artifact. So it's actually a very easy artifact cave. You can pretty much bypass almost anything, but you can obviously brute force your way through. Megatherium isn't a bad idea either, because they obviously get the insect boost, and as you can see, there's quite a few insects. But yeah, this is on official settings, and as you can see, there was nothing too high level. So yeah, I'll now just hop our way out. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to see, please just put it down below. This is not the easiest way to get these two artifacts compared to all the other maps, but it is a good one to do if you also want to do 3 pretty decent drops. I kind of get similar things from here that I do from doing like Rock Golem and Ice Queen on Ragnarok. Obviously not the same amount because there's not as many drops, but I very rarely come out of here without at least one piece of flak, or even better yet, a BP. So yeah, we'll just keep slowly jumping our way out. And here we go, we're now back to that starting bit. Oh, run out of stamina. Just maybe give him a boost in stamina. There we go. And now we just run down here. Oh, we've over encumbered. And we're back to where you'd be storing your wyvern or other flyer to fly out of here. So I will just cryo up my Thyla. And jump our way out. So as you can see, I can use the boost so you can fly here. So yeah, and out you are. So there you go, 2 artifacts and 3 really good drops that I would recommend you do. Okay, thanks for watching.